Hey gang, Ronan here. As you can see in this game, we have Lunar Lancer Alia playing in an all Tier 10 match, the Royal Navy Light Cruiser Minotaur. Now that's a heck of a ship. I haven't played it a lot. I got the ship, I played a game in the ship, and it just had hilarious fun. I mean, it is just an amazing ship. Coming out of the Neptune and going into the Minotaur is a little bit like waiting in line for an hour and then getting on a nice Disneyland ride. It's a big difference. Anyhow, I don't really know anything at all about this game, other than the fact that Alia was particularly proud of it. So we will be watching this game together and learning about it together. So we've got, you can see on the mini-map in the blue rectangle there, you can see the Minotaur with the ICOP symbol, and then you've got a division of a Conqueror, Moskva, and Holland, all, well, two of the three in a clan, so presumably they'll be working fairly well together. Now you'll notice here the setup, the bottom of the screen, only AP in the Minotaur, that's the Royal Navy Light Cruiser kind of signature. Torpedoes, you can see only the very narrow line there. And what that means is that Alia has set this up for single fire torpedoes. And there are a fair number of them. And they'll be up in 20 seconds. Then you've got the regular repair, and then 4 heals, which are actually pretty decent. 4 hydros, and 4 radars. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Here we find ourselves seeing the very rare, but oh so fun and wonderful, radar Mino. That enemy Mino is trying to drop some shells on these guys for damage, but few that landed on the decks were harmlessly bounced away. The enemy Shima's there hiding behind the island. And you see Alia just continue to push forward. Now that purple line on the minimap, that's the radar range. Running to avoid torpedoes. Lovingly referred to by many as the Wall of Skill, although myself personally, I think to play the Shimakaze well does require a lot of skill. I think most of the people who play it really are not very good at it. That's just my opinion. Take it for what it's worth. Incoming. There's a lot going on here. We've got aircraft overhead. Lots of ships south of this position. And it looks like the Shima's coming. Yeah, Shima's in big trouble. Holland whacks it with the torpedo and down it goes. It's like those shots are falling into the island there. Pretty hard to hear anything other than what was going on, so I didn't say much. Now this is obviously a special perma camo picked up during one of the space events. I've got a few of these on some lower tier ships, but they did have these available to purchase, and it looks like Alia picked one of them up for our Minotaur. It's actually pretty neat looking. Making it a little bit more painful for that aircraft carrier to keep planes over here. Look at the turret rotation on this thing. Watch how fast those things turn. It's all part of why this thing is so much fun to play. Okay, so where are we going to go from here? There is a Des Moines down here just south of that island, so got to be careful here in the open. Maybe just flooding the gaps with torpedoes. Don't want to get hit with the radar in open water with Thunderer and a Yamato out there. Looked like he was thinking about putting torpedoes out of the port side of the ship, but in order to do that he'd have had to go broadside to those ships. Probably could not have turned back around to get behind this island. So he just held on to them. I think that was probably a really good call. Got aircraft on the way and they would have lit him up anyway. Alright, so let's take a look at the board. Good guys are up by about 30 points. Good guys have lost to Moskva. Bad guys have lost to Hindenburg and the Shimakaze that we saw go poof. Good guys have 2 caps, bad guys have 1. Just having a look at the overall picture there. So one of the things that Alia has said on our Discord boards is that really likes playing this ship and surprising things that smoke up. Because once they smoke up, as long as he stays at a distance outside of his detected in smoke range, if you're familiar with that. When he lights them up with radar, he can then see them to shoot them, but they can't see him and shoot him back. Now, this Harugumo just not really paying attention there. Radar's up, keeping that Minotaur lit up. Again, purple circle is the radar range. Now, of course, the DD player was probably a little irritated that that radar got fired off, because if the Mino had been sitting there, those torpedoes might have finished him. But a Mino or a DD or really anything sitting in smoke, once it gets radared, it's just a gut reflex to move your ship. An enemy Conqueror goes down. Now he's got a wall of smoke protecting him here, so Alia could open fire. No, somebody else has gotten spotted. The Thunderer, I guess. Oh, Richthofen takes care of the Mino. Thunderer's only got rear guns able to get on here, so probably going to be okay. Just move back here behind the island. And he goes dark. Bad guys are down 4 ships now. Conqueror, Minotaur, Hindenburg, Shimakaze. Good guys still have everything but that Moskva that they lost early. And there's the Des Moines radar. Wouldn't take too much to get out of range. There we go. Aimed a little too low initially, but I think those are going to probably do something. Gotta watch out for that heavy USAP. Making good use of the island. Now, the Mino, if it has a weakness, it's paper-thin armor. And you can see that Alia is making great use of the island here to avoid eating a whole lot of damage. Harugumo was trying to take advantage of the fact that Alia was spotting. Let's go ahead and smoke up and put some shells in the air. Alright, so bad guys down 5 ships, good guys down 1. Over 400 point lead. And you can see that our hero has done a total of 7,359 damage, but 1.778 million potential damage. That's putting yourself in harm's way. Shoots down the Yamato aircraft. Continues making use of the island there. Radar to make sure Yamato stays in sight. And the Yamato goes down. So I think it's fair to kind of analyze this at this point and say, at least in my opinion, what Ollie has been able to do here is with radar and just being willing to get out there and be spotted has provided eyes for the team, and it's made a big difference. At this point, the good guys are advancing on every front, even in the middle. The Conqueror is pushing through B obliquely, but still. And Ollie looks to be positioning to try to get shells on Des Moines when Des Moines, unless it gets blapped, inevitably is going to run from the Yamato. Friendly Thunderer goes down to enemy Moskva. Enemy Moskva did land a final salvo on the Henri to put it out of the game. Des Moines is now accelerating away from Yamato. It looked like we just backed up a little too much there and really got pasted. This is nearly over, so I'm going to just say at this point, great game. Lunar Lancer Alia, thank you very much for sharing it. It's really fun to see a radar Mino in action. I think you did a great job. Those of you joining me, thanks a lot. I really appreciate it. Please consider liking and subscribing, and I will see you next time.